Alright, welcome one and all to this video. An Andy Warhol video of my Virginia shirt for 10 or 15 minutes. Actually, what I have here is a bunch of older wax type material. Going to open up, see what we get. I don't know all of these sets by heart, so forgive me if I dumbass my way through some of them. This one is a 92 Bowman, the first year where Bowman, the revived Bowman, became sort of relevant again. It's sort of a controversial set back in the day because a lot of players were depicted not in uniform but in street clothes. So I believe we have Mike Piazza wearing an Ed Hardy t-shirt and a catcher's mask or something like that. So I've never actually opened a pack of this stuff. Let's see what we got. Got our checklist card here. Ryan, this is a jumbo pack, by the way. Ryan Holblitzel. Sorry, Ryan, if I mangled your name. Roberto Pettigin did some time with the Mets. Looking sharp in that shirt. Todd Ritchie in his green polo. Met Bobby Jones being interviewed on TV about his shirt. In a uni, Mark Wohlers. Another uni and another Brave, Smoltz. Frank Rodriguez. Wes Chamberlain. Sorry, I keep putting them in the wrong place there. Joe Sondrini, Pittsburgh. Real Cormier, Cardinals. Rags, Dave Righetti. Speaking of civilian clothes, very nice card here. Gold foil, Manny Ramirez. And a theme of this break will probably be disgraced former stars. I believe this one probably books around 10 or 15, but of course we all know what book means. Paul Molitor, another gold foil. Jim Gantner, longtime Brewer. Brewers are back in the American League. Mike Gardella from the Yankees. Don't recall him. I don't know if he ever made it. Tim Raines, note the name there, Rock Raines. Dave Justice. Bill Sampson. Some cards sticking together here. Wilson Alvarez. Mike McFarlane. Pedro Estacio. And Puck, Kirby Puckett. So the nominal highlight, Manram, nice card, can't complain too much. Next up, have a couple of 1990 Leaf packs, and got one Series 1, one Series 2, and I was going to say I don't know which is which, but thanks to the folks at Leaf, now I do. Series 1. Bannockburn, Illinois. See if I can find a seam here. I'm not respecting the wrapper, not collecting the wrapper. Pop it open here. Got a puzzle. And what do we have? Robin Yount. Very nice. Charlie Hayes. I'll get that right one day. Bono's Leaf. No Bowman, but he knows Leaf. Barry Lyons, Met Great. Gary Ward. The Marquise of Grissom, sorry. Jesse. Alfredo Griffin. Yvonne Calderon. Eric Anthony. Devon White. Paul O'Neill with the Reds there. John Dobson. Jerome Walton, might have been exciting back in the day. And Jeff Ballard. Our puzzle piece is a shiny piece of Yogi Berra. Could all use a nice shiny piece of Yogi Berra in our lives. So the must-gets in this set, and here we go with Series 2, and I forget how they fall, but I guess Sosa, Frank Thomas, rookies, probably already spit the bid on one of them. I think they're in separate series. Newman. Wally Backman as a Pirate. Doesn't look right. Edgar Diaz. Steve Lake. Be confused with Steve Trout or Lake Trout. Mike McFarland, again. We had him in Bowman. This is a nice looking card. Timmy Tuffle. Nice look at that batting stance. You know he's waggling that bat. I'll waggle it for you. Lloyd Mosby. Mark Gardner. Cecilio Guante. Mike Morgan. Wayne Edwards. Danny Darwin. Dante Bichette. Norm Charlton. And Carlos Quintana. And another shiny piece of Yogi. So not too much in either of those leaf packs. Alright, y'all know what this is. 89 debut, upper deck, foil sealed pack, low number. It's all about the Griffey. Let's see what we got here with our wacky holograms and all that stuff. To start, Terry Steinbach, Gary Gaetti, Terry Pendleton. It's hard to remember, looking at these cards now, how groundbreaking they felt back in the day. Here's a Mike Stanley breaking some ground. You flip it over. Another nice portrait shot of Mike Stanley and a hologram. So that was pretty radical. Some folks will like this, and 1989 would have been a very popular get. Jose Canseco. The Gator, Ron Guidry. A checklist of the star rookies. First of which is Ken Griffey Jr. Couple of pseudo holographic team logo cards, or not cards. I don't know if they're stickers or if they're round. That was the Pirates. This, can't catch it, is the Braves. Ooh, I like the way that shine. Catch myself a tan. Doyle, Alexander. Jeff Kunkel. Like saying Kunkel. Mike Diaz. Good lefty here. Jimmy Key. Rick Leach. Oswald Peraza. Sorry, Orioles fans, do not remember him. Pete Smith. And Brian Holton. So no Griffey there, no stars of note. I should be fair to Guidry and Canseco and retract that statement. Guidry and Canseco, note. Okay, we have a rack here of 87 Fleer. It's a rack made of 3 wax packs. So I'm going to bust wax pack number 1 here. And those patented Fleer stickers and a nice Mets logo on the back. John Moses, Steve Ontiveros, Jose Guzman. So I was a big fan of Fleer back in the day, but Michael Koss got a lot of 84 Fleers, then held off again until 88 or so. So we're filling in some blanks here. Glenn Davis, Kurt Young, Kurt Young, Kurt Young. Never gets old. George Frazier, down goes Frazier. Dave Anderson, Marvelous, Marvell Wynn, Willie Randolph, Hall of Famer, Paul Molitor, Bill Dawley, Cal Daniels, he was going to be a big one, and Kurt Ford. All right, that's sleeve number 1 of our rack. Rip in here and get to pack number 2. Pops open pretty easily. Here we have a Phillies sticker, Ranger back, Lamar Hoyt, Dennis Rasmussen, pretty good lefty for a little while there, Rob Deere, Adam Dunn, Rob Deere, Adam Dunn, Joel McKeon, Sal Butera, Bob Forsch, Kirk Gibson, manager, Kirk Gibson, Buddy Bell, Bill Caudle, Ted Simmons, Luis Aguayo, Bud Black. Not sure if this is a rookie. Might be, no, probably a second year, maybe a third year. Rick Aguilera, number 1 in the set. Because Fleer, if memory serves, released their sets by team in order of finish. So the Mets cards would have been 1 through 20 something, Ken Daly, because of course in 86, Toby Harrah. Some of you might know, the Mets won the World Series. All right, we'll free our last pack from here. Fleer did make a 1986 World Series set, but they only sold it with the 87 factory set. So none of that here. Oh, this is nice. So, one of the early insert cards from Fleer. It's a Keith Hernandez headliner. Very nice, like that. Balanced out by a Yankee sticker. Cardinals on the back there. Enos Cabell. Mike Brown. Oh yeah, Rafael Santana. Al McRae. Mr. Big, Doug Corbett. Terry Pendleton. Sure, I've seen that somewhere before. Bill Almond. Rick Shue. Dwight Lowry. Got Phillies pack. Kevin Gross. Jeff Dedman. Don't wear plaid. 300 game winners. Sutton and Necro. Neither one should be in the Hall of Fame. Discuss. Al Nipper with some awesome print dots up by his name. And John Butcher. Nice looking cards overall. All right, next we have a cellophane pack of 86 Fleer. We're winding our way through the Fleer archives here. Let's see what we have. I don't think there's too much of note in this set. And right when I say that, get a Dwight Gooden in action with wonderful centering. And I think this centering is a prophecy of things to come. Marty Barrett, likewise. Jamie Easterly, centered Easterly. Carmelo Martinez. Ozzie Guillen. There you go. Might be a rookie from this set, not sure. Bill Hatcher. Storm Davis. Rudy Law. Rudy can't fail. Chile Davis. Tom Bernansky. Alex Trevino. Mr. Mojo Risen, off center again. All throughout here. The late Donnie Moore, R.I.P. Davey Lopes off center. More sticker action. At the Angels, oh, and it's nice. It has like the old school Fleer Laughlin cards, famous feats. And likewise Cardinals and another famous feat. This one is Cy Young, won 511 games. Alan Wiggins, so R.I.P. Rafael Ramirez, my favorite names, Atlee Hammaker, Kirby Puckett, Dave Bergman, Rick Rhoden, Eddie Murray, Leon Durham, Roy Thomas, Bruce Hurst, Don Slott, Tony Pena, something you wouldn't like to see in 1986 as a Mets fan, Mike Scott, Alfredo Griffin. So apart from the centering, a pretty nice pack. From there, we'll step back to 85. I believe 85 Fleer is the Clemens, maybe the Puckett. Fleer, of course, had the 84 update set, but there's still some excitement over those regular 85s. Pirate sticker. Stickers are fun. Kevin Bass. Lee Tunnel. Jim Slayton. Eck. And if you haven't seen these before, the backs, very similar to Fleer backs of the era. Salome Borojas. Prospects, Ron Robinson and Mike Bielecki. George Wright. Randy Lurch. Dickie Thon. Tony Phillips. John Henry Johnson. Went to a minor league game a couple of weeks ago and saw Dickie Thon's son, Terry Whitfield. Mark Thurman. Steve Kemp. And Dion James with some wax staining on the back. Overall, not a bad pack. All right. A little break from Fleer. I have a 1984 Donruss rack. Of course, 1984 Donruss was the shiznit for a while. Prices have obviously, as with everything, come down. Still a lot of nice cards in the set. This is, I think, a set that grew in popularity from partially from scarcity and partially because people really like the way it looks. It's Rick Honeycutt, those sort of interesting green backs. Some centering issues again. Lloyd Mosby, Ray Knight, the Astros, Dwayne Murphy, Billy Doran, Charlie Hudson, sorry again, Al Williams, Gary Templeton, Connie Lansford, John Stuper, Pete O'Brien, the Runnin' Reds, Lonnie Smith, Runnin' Redbirds, Lonnie Smith, Ozzie Smith, David Green, and Willie McGee. What about David Green, where he was running too? Mike Hargrove, Frankie, Sweet Music Viola, Gary Matthews, and Duke Schneider puzzle. All right. This is a very weird rack. It's the consistency of the plastic is not what I expected. It's very rubbery, not like a Topps rack of the era. So right on the top there we had very determined looking Phil Necro, Jeff Reardon, Diamond Kings Leon Duran, Dave Bergman, Matt Young, Lonnie Smith, Larry Gura, Rich Gedman, Ted Power, Ray Knight Diamond King, Gary Reedus. This is a good example of why people like this set. The way the background is blurred out there gives some depth to the picture. It's kind of like the Kellogg's 3D cards. Nice. Willie Wilson, Mel Hall, Ken Forsch, Todd Cruz, and another piece of the Duke. One more sleeve here. That is a challenge to open. All right. Dan Spillner, Kevin Bass, Orlando Mercado, Greg Minton, rated rookie, Joel Skinner. This is one of my favorite rated rookies back in the day. Kevin McReynolds. I already have that card. Johnny Walkenfuss, Matt Keogh, Keith Atherton, like the Reedus card with the background there. Bob Horner and his awesome curls. Rod Scurry, Steve Sachs, The Quiz, Dan Quisenberry, Daryl Sconiers, Junior Ortiz, and a final piece of the Duke, Bill Mattingly. Did once pull the Joe Carter rookie out of there. All right, gum time. The much maligned, little beloved 1981 Topps set. No rookies of note. Fernando Media died down. Should be a nice slab of gum hiding in here. Oh, there's part of it. Browned and yeah, got no smell at all. So that's left some damage on a couple of cards. Here's the rest. This is like the Duke Snyder puzzle. Put it back together. All right. Orioles Future Stars. How'd that work out for you? Mike Boddicker worked out pretty well. Steve McCaddy. Cubs Future Stars. Dick Davis. The Great Vita Blue. Giants Future Stars. I'm afraid not. Manny Sarmiento, weird print line there by the hat. Ken Kravek, Terry Poole. It's this Future Stars pack, Twins Future Stars. Again, not so much. Dave Lemanchik. Checklist. Paul Mitchell. No, this isn't a top set of much note. There's still something about the feel of a Topps card that gives it some cachet. Bob Sykes, Richie Zisk, Barry Evans, Mike Tyson, Wayne Nordhagen, Otto Velez, Doug Capella, Bobby Castillo, Steve Arenko, Pedro Guerrero, I believe his rookie card was 79, might have still been exciting by 81, Len Barker, of Perfect Game fame, probably our only Hall of Famer in here, Don Sutton. We know how I feel about his Hall of Fame attributes. Jeff Burrows, former MVP, Tom Paciorek, and I spoke too soon. Right at the bottom of the pack, Mike Schmidt, NL All-Star. Nice looking card. All right, we're down to one. So if you've been masochistic enough to sit through this whole thing, we'll get to the last pack here, wrapped very finely. And it is a 1979 Topps Wax Pack. You can get your sports card locker there. It's got a 1978 copyright date for some reason. Let's pop this open with some care. I feel the gum rattling around in the front there. Obviously the big card in the set is the Ozzie rookie. I have one, but it's quite off center. Start with, could it be? Nope. Rick Sweet. Larry Gura. As I said with the 81, not a great set, but it's Topps. Still got a Topsy feel to it. John Hale. Gaylord Perry. Glenn Abbott. Terry Humphrey. Andre Morales. Andres Mora. Made somebody up. Silvio Martinez. Bob Montgomery. Dodgers team card with some kind of staining on there. And finally, the extremely gummy version of Craig Cusick's card. So that's it. Again, it's almost it. 1979 gum, a little smaller than 1981 gum. Fits together very well. No discernible smell, and we're not going to find out if there's any discernible taste. Thanks for watching.